Yeah, hello again. How's it going there, guys? I'm Babs, and this is AI protection. In this video, we'll be talking about network device layout, how you can lay out the network either in virtual way or in a physical way on site. Like you are asked to design a network and you don't have the idea of how to go about it. This is for you. You want to virtualize a network ideas, how you can design a network and bring out the design to reality. This is for you. You're finding ways you can understand how to network a router to a switch to the devices. This is for you. Okay, if you're just a new viewer spotting this channel, don't forget to click on the red button that says subscribe. This is the only way you can be able to view my next video. You will be the first person to be notified, and you can use the comment section for your concern. In case you don't understand any of what I've been speaking about, I'll be able to do a write-up for you and you can understand better what I'm talking about. Alright guys, I will be starting with the 2811 router. Okay, in a real sense, where you get to your boss and your boss says, I need you to install this network. Let it be running in the other department. Okay, how will you go about it? You will need to do a quotation. And when you are doing a quotation, you will have to ask for a price of router you are using. Depending on the type and the word and the version, we have a lot of routers. I mean, you can see from here we have 4331, we have 43321 router, we have 1941. These are old I mean, they are latest ones which I want, but I'll be using 2811 router. Okay, the first thing you need to do is to get a rack system. A network that is labeled without a rack system is useless because there will be a lot of noise, jam, collision with me, attracting disturbing the network and the flow of current. So you need a rack system. The second one, what you'll be identifying if you'll be using an ISP provider or you'll be using an Ethernet modem that has to do with a very high bandwidth that carries the number of computers you want to install. Mind you, don't forget that no matter the numbers of computer you are trying to add to your network, the more you are adding the computer, the more the beat is going down, the more the computer is eating up a packet and is reducing the strength of your computer. So know and determine the number of bits or gig you will be buying as strength in your modem. Now onto this one is you getting a router which I said earlier on the numbers of it. Then the next one is getting a switch, and the switch depends on the number of computers you want to install. So now guys, let's get to this and let's get this straight. If you've been needing an intrusion detection system or IPv, intrusion prevention system, these are security network. I mean, they help you adding your network, stop them from external influence from gaining unauthorized access into your network. It depends on the type of network you are asked to design. Okay guys, I'm going to bring out the 2811 router. I like this router because it's very easy to use interface. Okay, I'll lay this one here and I'll come over to my switch. Should be in case you don't understand what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to use Cisco packet tracer to design you a network. I will give out the layout to you. Before I dive in too much, should be in case you don't know how to use the Cisco packet tracer, I'll drop the link below in my description so you could click and you could download. And should be in case you don't know how to use it, there's the file section for the tools, file edit option, view and tools, extension and help. These are the files, in case you want to print out the design. And no matter how big, no matter how small your network is, you will surely need the Cisco packet tracer to help you visualize how you want your network to be. and if you are going to do a lot, a lot of designs, and with configuration, high advanced designs that will help you in the future. Stay tuned. Okay, now this is the tools for the design. You want to do a layout, you want to map out and all this, you want to trace or check if the network is working. This is the tab for it. Now this is the real thing. This is what we need the most. This is the router, the network devices. This is where you can send out your what, send your PC, laptop, server. You can choose the one you want to use. A printer, maybe you want to add a printer to your design to bring out something nice, or you want to use an IP phone like voice over IP devices, phones, TVs, wireless and tablets, smart devices, generic wireless, generic wired, and sniffer. Okay, you'll be saying, what am I talking about? You get to know when we dig deep. Okay, guys. Now on to the next is what is the component. We have the MCU board, the SBC board, so many things to use, and we have the connection cables. I told you I will be showing you how you can keep a network cable, keeping a straight to and crossover for different type of purposes. Okay, this is a console cable. It is called what did I say? Console cable. This is a serial cable. I'm not needing this right now. Okay, I think I'm out of that. Right now, this is a copper straight to cable. This is a crossover. This is a fiber optic cable. These are for high bandwidth. Okay, let me just name them one by one. This is for phone. This is Quasar cable, and this is your serial cable DC inside, and your ordinary serial cable, and this is your octa cable. You have the IoT custom cable and the USB cable. Alright guys, now it's getting more interesting. Now miscellaneous. Now these are other devices for PC, for routers and all that. And we have what we have for multi-users. Okay guys, I'm going to extend this. In the network devices, I only show you the router, but I never have the chance to show you the switches, which I'm about to do now. So the switch, we have a lot of switches depending on the one you prefer using. Now we have two 2960 switch, you have the PT switch, PTMT, you have the we have the multi-layer switch. This switch is so powerful that serves and do the role of a router. But when we get to the wood, I will explain more better. This is a multi-layer switch, and we have high 2000 switch, PT bridge, 2950, 24 ports, 2950T, and all of these are what are just for networking. A hub is a different way, an old way of switching. Now we have the PT hub, PT repeater, and Quasar splitters. Alright, now guys, this is more of it, a wireless devices for your use. And if I had the different type of devices you should use while you're trying to make the design. Now onto the next is the server and all other things that you are needed for the design. Alright guys, I'm going to explain this one by one. I talk about the connection type, and these are for what? These are for piping. Now the next one is the console cable. The console cable is used to connect from the router to the okay. Now we want to see the interface of the router, what is inside the router, for you to get the interface and every other thing that is embedded inside that router. You need the console cable. You use the console cable to terminate to the PC, so that you'll be able to see what you have inside by using POTI. What did I say? POTI. Okay, I'm not speaking grammar. Is the part of it? You could just check on Google search Search for putty, Putty. If you are just what you are just getting yourself familiarizing yourself to what I've been saying about. Or you can also turn it in different kind of way. But the best way you could do this is what using a console cable. It will be very easy for you and make your life a lot easier. Now we are talking about the what copper straight to cable. This is straight to cable is used to what to connect different devices. Like you're trying to connect your wire router to the switch, connecting the switch to the what to the computer, and all of those things. You are going to use a straight to cable. When you are trying to use a crossover, when you are trying to connect similar devices, there will be a situation that will be brought to you whether you will need to connect a switch to a switch, a router to a router, and so on. Like the what, like the computer to what the computer, whereby you are trying to share files. It's mostly done in the home network, not particularly done in the office network. So that's why you have a lot of devices to share files, like Microsoft Word, Microsoft Server. You can check my work, you can check my videos, and you'll be able to see a lot more on that. Thank you. Now moving on, fiber optic cable. Now you could think of your Visa phone network, your MTN, your Glow, those high speeds. These are the type of cable they use in networking their core server. This is a very high powerful cable that has a metal hull and it breaks that is what that is so complex. It is used to they take it past they pass it through the land, the uh the ground, then to the antenna. It's very powerful of a powerful cable, which I will dig in this video. Okay guys, for your phone, you want to use a voice over IP, then this is for you. Quasar cable is just like what just a pin. When you have a TV, the back of your TV, you see a Quasar cable. Now that is that on that, and you have the serial. The serial is used to connect router to router. There's one with time and there's one without time. Now the one with time, it helps you to synchronize your router in real time, and the one without router is just ordinary DTE to help you when you to connect your router from one router to another router, from one router to another router. We should show more on this. Now I will stop here while I continue laying out the simple design. Then we'll move on, and this is how we take step by step till we get to the advanced level. Alright guys, I'm gonna bring out the switch. I'm gonna bring I'll be using this 2960 switch. I have it here. Okay, this is the same way you do it. All you need to do is just spot a place that are selling these things, and you get in there, use the same way, lay it inside the rack system, then connect it as I'm doing. Alright guys, I will bring out the computers. Now this is where we need a PC. You can choose a laptop or a PC depending, but I'm going to choose this simply because these are mostly used in an organized area. Okay guys, I'll bring this out again. Now I'm on it. Okay, what do you think we are going to use to connect this? I told you there are different types of cable to use. So what's the best cable to use when you're trying to connect a different devices like this? Okay, now I know you will say it was not a straight to, which is very right. Now click on this. Okay, how do you click on this? I told you a console is used right here, then you connect it right here. Once you connect that, you connect to the fast internet 0/1 devices, then we pick again, then connect this to what fast internet 0/2, connect to the computer, fast internet 0. Okay, we are on it. Now right now we'll pick this, connect to fast internet 0/3. I just designed a simple network just for the start. Now because I just want to understand this so that when I'm picking in a class, I won't have to explain again. I'll just go deep configurations, coding and coding and coding and coding. This is how people run away from CCNA. So because there's a lot of coding and coding and coding. Yeah, it has to do with you using the interface, using the syntax correctly in order to get the best results. Alright guys, now there's one thing I was not done here, which I'm expecting you to ask if you know about this. Like, why am I not doing this? Okay guys, I'm going to turn on the what? Turn on the computer, but I will need an NIC, network interface card, which I'll be explaining to you earlier on in the previous video. NIC, network interface card. Without this, there's no way you'll be able to work to design this, but we don't need this right now. All we need to do is assign an IP address to do what to do router. Now what we want to do is just want to on these devices, then we go to config, okay. Alright guys, I'm going to on this. I'm going to on this. Okay, it's already on. Alright, okay, even though it doesn't on while I'm trying to connect, it will have stopped me from doing that. So it should be in case you're trying to what, you're trying to on your your network devices, which is the data. Try to check if it's on or not. Now when we get to the deeper level, you get to understand all these things that's right there. Just for the start, we shall be writing this class very soon. Alright guys, how do we end this? While ending this, I'll show you how you can open into the CLI. Okay, there's a CLI of the word. And when you're trying to do some simple steps, you click on no to what it's asking you want to continue with the default configuration. You tell them no, then you click on enter, which will bring about you to start. So on to the next, I'll shape in some things, how you can change your router name, how you can do some other things like setting up a banner, all those things, setting up a password, encrypting your password. That will be for the start, and that will be on the next class. Stay tuned, and don't forget to like and share, subscribe, share again. You know what I'm saying? Click on the subscribe button. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.